recorded live from across these great United States. Sometimes we like to play with other things, but let's play with ourselves!
Go!
Way to put me on the spot. I gotta get in the mood. I gotta form the scene.
Hey folks, welcome to Let's Play with Ourselves. Your host tonight is the everlasting sexual pleasure. That is Paul. Super Paul. Dude, we didn't even decide on the names here.
Well, I know what my name is. My name is SuperPaulGames. I didn't know we had to come up with new names ahead of time.
I was gonna say your last name.
Oh. Well, you can. My name is Paul Rodenberg.
And my name...
I live in a house in Michigan. According to Captain Pete, it's a box, and I'm joined with... We're not conjoined twins.
I wish we were. That would be fun.
It'd be hard to explain to your parents. I'm joined by the lovely and talented Gamerpixie.
Oh, thank you. Bravo!
You clap for yourself when you walk into a room? That's a little odd.
No, there's a guy under the desk clapping for me.
Did you make him live down there?
Sometimes.
His name is Terrence. He's very happy there. I throw him fish heads.
Terrence. I don't know. I think he likes it. He doesn't complain. Okay, anyway. So, this is the podcast Let's Play with Ourselves. It was your face.
It was what?
It was created by Paul and him alone.
Wait, what was that? You laugh? Do you hear that? I hear her laughing. And I'm like, what's
Do
funny?
you hear that,
Your
guys?
face.
You can't see us.
It's never good when you hang out with someone and they start laughing. You're like, what's so funny? Your face. Oh.
You made us funny face.
Oh, thanks.
You're like... you made kind of a blowjob face, so... Anyway, we have some segments set up for our first one here. Do you want to explain that, honey buns?
People love my blowjob face. Yeah, we're gonna talk about what we're playing. How do I get nervous? I've talked with Gamerpixie for a long time. I've done dumb YouTube videos for a long time.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I have to talk and use words. They scare me.
It's harder because we don't have anything really in front of us, and also the people can't see your face or my face, so when I'm like, oh look, yeah, okay, you just held up our papers that has our segments on it. That's not technically something that you could be like, oh, look at the color of that ink.
Is this what happens when Let's Players actually have to have a conversation? We're like, I need a game to talk
not
by.
Not really, though. I mean,
I can't go on it. Oh.
We just step on each other. No, I'm sorry, go ahead. What were you pontificating on?
I was just thinking, I've been Let's Playing so long, maybe that's the only way I can conversate with people. So if I go on a date, she'll be like, oh, what do you like? I'm like, I need to talk to you via game.
That's sweet. What if you met someone through a game? That'd be cool. Sorry, I played that down. I made it very normal and fine. You're so cute. Stop it. Okay, so... I'm gonna go to the segments right now because I don't know what to say either. So right now we're talking about what? This is great.
What are we playing right now?
Well,
I don't mean this very moment. What am I playing?
Yeah.
Well, last night I did 2 games. I did a game called Plane Crash, which a kid from Australia made, and her teacher shared it. It's pretty cool. It's about a plane crash, and there's a monkey that helps you on the island.
Aww.
And when I put it on YouTube, I didn't want to monetize it because, you know...
Well,
but for some reason they disabled it, so I don't know if maybe they don't let people monetize plane crash videos. I don't know. Maybe it's bad form too. Maybe people are like, "Look at that plane crash! I'm gonna be YouTube rich."
No, but YouTube's like plane crash, copyrighted. That belongs to someone else. Yeah, pretty much.
It's like the music holding. There's the plane crash holding company is like, "Yup, we own that. That's ours."
Do. Yeah, every. I don't even know if this happened in Die Hard. I don't know why I was gonna say Die Hard, but every Die Hard movie they have that. That's who copyrighted it. Die Hard. Is there a plane crash in Die Hard?
I don't remember. Didn't the second one take place in an airport? The original one's like the best Christmas movie ever. I'm sorry. That's awesome. Why did I apologize for that?
I don't know. And it's a Christmas movie? I thought Home Alone was the best Christmas movie.
It's a good Christmas movie, but come on, Hans Gruber blowing up shit?
Hans Gruber. And we're talking about Bruce Willis, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I obviously haven't seen that film in a while, so, yeah, next Christmas. New goal. This Christmas, actually.
Maybe we should do that for a Christmas cast. And then the other thing I've been playing is called Summer Paradise, and it's a visual novel dating sim. And I think it was made by someone in the Philippines, because it's got a bunch of Tagalog words. And I'm so afraid when it comes out on Friday that all my Filipino viewers And, like, I have some Filipino friends. My friend,
upset.
they're gonna be offended. They're gonna be like, "Why is he butchering our language? Why does he hate our rich culture?"
You're like, I'm not Filipino, so I don't know.
I'm just stupid.
You're not stupid. Oh my god. No, you're not. I hate that because I'm at work and people are like, that's sorbet when someone says sorbet. And I'm like, fucking, why are you such a bitch about it? Sorry.
Are there a lot of people at your work that are bitches about
their kids?
Sorbet or sherbet, depending on how you pronounce it, depending on where you're from?
Well, it's like sherbet is the milk-based fruit thing, I think. That's what sherbet is. And then sorbet is like just fruit and juice. And like people, oh god, this lady came in with her daughter and her daughter's like, oh, I want this sorbet. And her mom was like, that's sorbet? And she just like looked at her for a while and I thought it was a little weird. I wanted to get in between them, but I didn't really care at the time.
So you want to stage interventions at your work? You'd be like, no, can't we just learn to love each other in the way we pronounce things?
Can't we, though? Can't we just have a good old thing of yogurt and love each other?
That's the funny thing is...
Well, anyway.
When we get to our second segment, the way things are pronounced and words are going to come back into it, but...
Oh, no.
So, what are you playing?
I'm playing with myself, of course. No, I'm playing...
Sorry.
I just finished Kuon, which is... by the way, folks, I am also a Let's Player, so let's get that out of the way. Because I know you're going to upload this, and everyone's like, oh, this is a Let's Player. And it's like, who the hell is Gamerpixie?
No, people have... Gamerpixie and I did a Let's Play together. Was it Romance Cop? Romance Detective?
Yeah, but we only did one, and I don't expect a lot of people will see it, so... I mean, everyone that subscribed to you and all that.
Everyone on YouTube knows you. You're the next PewDiePie, I'm sure. Oh, I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult. I'm sorry, please continue.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Mondays. No, I'm kidding. But no, right now, just finished the first part of Kuon, and that was pretty fun. I didn't think that game was going to get as much nice reaction as it did because... I'm not saying anything against, like, Japanese stuff. I'm just saying that when you have Japanese horror, it's, like, a special own little silliness of its own, and not a lot of people get into it, so people liked it. It's about a girl and her sister. It's actually about 3 people, but we just finished the story about the girl and her sister going to a manor, and the sister is crazy, and we knew that, and then at the end of this story, the dad's like, oh, your sister's crazy! Da da da! And you're like, wow. I really knew that, you know, the whole way she was eating people and stuff. Spoiler alert! If you haven't, yeah, you probably haven't. And now I'm playing Super Mario Galaxy, and everyone knows what that is, so...
The worst thing about that spoiler alert is I only had, like, 2 or 3 more videos to watch in that series. I should have watched them before we recorded the podcast.
I'm sorry!
No, it's my fault!
No, he literally tells the dad's like, oh, Korea's a bitch, and the sister's like, ah! And you're like, we knew that. Because was she not acting weird? And anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm playing, and it's a ton of fun until it gets boring, which it has. That's why I switched games. So I'm totally, what's the word? Resourceful.
At least you finished it. There's nothing worse than when you're on an LP on your episode like 40 and you know there's 40 to go and you're like, I'm sick of this game already.
Yeah, no, that's the cool thing. Kuon's pretty short, so it's like, it's gonna be easy. Do the first story, second 30 stories in the queue, and then we'll be done. Anyway, so yeah, Kuon, good game, and it's short, so that's what I'm doing, good and short things.
That's what I recommend to people. I have a friend who just got into Let's Playing. Sometimes I like to put extra syllables in my word. I'm like, that's a nice panda, da-da. Why not?
We need to create another dictionary.
A Paul dictionary?
A Paul dictionary. A Paul dictionary.
Paul, and then I'd write dick in big word and shenary in little.
Shenary. Dick, shenary.
And my friend, I suggest for doing new LPs.
What is wrong with you?
Well, I'm just imagining like a dictionary with a picture of a dick on it, and for some reason, it's hard for me to.
It's a dictionary of dicks. What's wrong with this?
That's funny because I worked something like that in a game I'm working on, but it was with donkey dicks. You know, because I'm classy like that. So. Wow,
bestiality. Go ahead, keep going.
Now it sounds. My friend, I suggested if you're going to start Let's Playing, start with a short game.
Yes.
If you're new to it.
Yes. And Was that it? Is that all you told me?
Yeah, yes.
You're like, and she's like, thanks. Okay, audio recording. I guess I'll figure that out on my own because that's what your friend sounds like, apparently.
And then she's like, "Would you quit talking about your dictionary?" I'm like, "No, I made Photoshop pictures. Would you like to see?"
See, we're collabing on a dictionary. We haven't gotten it approved by the National English Society. That's not a real
Do we have
thing.
to call Webster up?
Well, I think they don't like that we don't black box everything, but we told them that we didn't want a whole book full of black boxes. This is a book of dicks, not black boxes. Anyway, so yeah, you're nice, friend. Someone asked me how to do Let's Plays, and I said you don't do them. And then
What?
I told them, I was like, you don't, and then they're like, oh. And then I don't have competition. That's how I get rid of
That
competition.
seems really... They're like, you could never succeed. Might as well quit.
I didn't actually do that. I was like, oh, you have to buy. Don't do what I do. See, there you go. Aspiring people who want a Let's Play out there, do not do what Gamerpixie does. Just don't. Because I bought the Dazzle, and it's a piece of shit, but I use it all the time. It's so easy, because I'm so lazy. I'm easy and lazy. I'm freaking hamburger helper over here. Oh, sexy. Okay.
Well, I'm not familiar with the Dazzle. I'm
You
familiar
don't know what the Dazzle is? It's a
Well,
thing.
I assume it's a capture device, but...
It is. It's like through
USB?
No, it's actually. Okay, hold on. Yeah, you're right. It connects to your computer via USB, and then you connect your consoles to it via 3 jack component. You know, like the red and white and yellow. Yeah, so you do that, and it also has an S-video capability, which is kind of cool. I guess S-video is a little better than the 3 components or whatever, but it's just not very good quality, so I'm kind of a quality whore.
It's better than a cheap whore. But either way, you've been doing that for a long time. Not
Ouch!
not whoring.
Ouch!
Let's Play
Ouch!
though.
That hurts.
None of that came out the way I wanted to. I'm sorry.
That hurt the.
That's the first
bruises
apology on our podcast.
on my butt from being a whore.
Oh.
Oh, it is? Okay. Yeah, milestone. First apology. Paul did it because he's a meanie. There you go. Milestone there. Okay, so what's our second milestone? Paul did a backflip on the podcast. That's our
I could
next
do
one.
that once. I'd probably break my neck, and that would be the end of the podcast. And some people
And I'd
would
be like, we're
"Yay."
calling this the Pixie Podcast now.
That was one of my original name suggestions.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what the hell? Some egotistical thing going on there. Like, Paul, I want you to be on my podcast. Let's call it me.
The
me.
MeCast?
The MeCast.
Don't talk. Just admire me doing the MeCast.
I could use that, actually. So, if
You'd be like, I can hear you breathing. You're fucking up the MeCast.
No, I'll be like, please keep breathing. It makes me know that people are listening and not hating me. Yeah. That sounds like a sigh of like, this is horrible.
I was gonna do
Okay.
creepy breathing, but I don't know how to, so...
You don't know how to breathe heavily? Work out sometime, man!
That seems like work. Segment 2!
Okay, I worked out today and it was amazing. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do anything really hardcore, and then 10 minutes later, oh yes! I was just doing like push-ups and stuff, being like, I'm gonna make that sexy body. And then I looked in the mirror and it was like, it's okay. And then I took a shower, and it was a nice shower, so it was a. Yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt your shower story.
No, it was just a really nice shower. It's when the room is warm and you can have the water not be warm. You can have it be cold. It feels good. Anyway, back to you. In the studio.
I'm much too lazy. I'm like, I want a nice warm shower for my nice warm
Body.
That's how I talk to myself in the shower, and it gets awkward with myself. And I'm like, I've got to
Nice
go. This got weird.
Placid body. Yeah. What? Don't cover your face in shame. You
What?
know you say that. I look in the mirror and I go, if only you was mine. And then I go, ha, you are mine. I'm so lucky to have you. And then I hug myself.
Aw, that's a sweet moment.
It's a weird one, but it's nice.
See, I get more angry. I'm more of an angry person.
You see yourself in the mirror. God damn you! Punch yourself in the face. Is that what you do? Is that how you get
Who
your
the
kicks?
fuck are you? Quit judging me.
Man, why are the words on your shirt backwards?
I don't know.
Can't read your language.
If I could have a pet peeve, I think I'd be my own pet peeve, you know?
I do. On my pet peeve list, most of them are self-inflicted, so yeah.
You want to go first?
Yeah, okay, yes, I will. Good segue there. I was totally gonna be like, in fact. Okay. So, first pet peeve is, okay, this is something that I struggle with a lot. And so I'll get up in the morning and I'm instantly like, oh god, I don't want to be up today. I don't want to deal with today, anxiety. And then I'll run to the kitchen and I'll make myself a cup of coffee because it keeps me up just long enough that I get past that horrible, like, heart attack. I just woke up. I have to deal with the day, exercise, which I do every morning. And then I'll have my coffee throughout the day and I'll drink it, you know, sip on it and stuff. But I'll always leave, like, an inch at the bottom. And it really pisses me off because I'll find it. Okay, excuse me, I've been holding that in the whole time. Was that on your pet peeve list, people burping during recordings? Because
well, when we get to the first one, we'll see.
Okay. But yeah, that is, like, literally, it pisses me off because I'm like, I had a good cup of coffee, I'm enjoying my coffee, and I think I've finished my coffee, and then I put it down, and I'm like, you know, I'm done, go do something. I go to work, and I come back home, and I have this nice little stagnant thing of coffee in my room. A big pet peeve of mine. It's been happening lately. Actually, I finished, for the first time in a couple weeks, I finished my entire mug of coffee this morning. So, good job.
Did you give yourself a high five?
I smiled, and I, like, went, oh, cool! I was like, oh, man, that's awesome! Because I really hate, because it's, like, wasting food, too, so I'm kind of like, I don't want to waste coffee. So that's something I'm working on. That's a habit that I'm trying to rid of myself. Your turn.
Well,
sorry.
Thanks for helping me out there.
I will help you out.
I'd say number one, when we made this list, number one for me is when people eat as they're recording a Let's Play. Mm-hmm. I hate when I'm listening to a Let's Play and it's like, rah, rah, rah. Like, I don't care if you drink, but it's like, I don't need to hear you eat your fucking dinner. It's gross.
I do like eating candy during... I think I ate M&M's during a Let's Play once, and it was funny. And I'm sure you partly hated it. I was playing Resident Evil, and I was like, oh, I went through this door, and after I cleared it, and I was like, give myself a treat. It was really dumb.
Well, I mean, you know, the crunching and smacking sounds, I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what you hate. Now that's what I'm going to do every time we podcast.
Thanks. It's eating with Pixie.
Thanks. Eating with Pixie. Let's touch ourselves, etc. Okay. Well, do you have any? Can't see you've had any food. Okay. I don't know why I was going to do that. So it's back to me.
Yes.
Did you want to say anything else about that excruciatingly pet peeve?
No, that was it.
Okay. I feel like I wrote my pet peeves today, and now I'm like, I had
yours was better than mine. You've like,
was it?
I got this whole thing, and mine's like, I don't like when people eat with a pen. That sounds nasty.
It's pretty gross when people do that, though. Leaving coffee cups. Finish. Second one. This is a weird one. Pens that have red or blue ink. I can't fucking stand that. That makes me so. I sounded like Bobby Hill. That makes me so mad because I'm expecting to write something down. Okay, so you know, Papermate has it clearly marked. They're like, this is our blue pens, this is our red pens. This should be a more specific. Here we go. Pens that have red or blue ink, but are packaged in a way that they don't let you know at all that's what they are. Because, and sometimes there's pens that are like, okay, so there's a blue pen, like the Papermate blue pens, and you write with it, and it's got black ink. And you're like, okay, that's really weird. But nothing annoys me more than when I'm going down on a paper. When I'm going down on a damn paper, and I pull out a pen, and I start writing on it, and it's like, it's just blue or red, especially if it's red. Red makes me so mad. It's really weird. That's a weird pet peeve, because I can't tell you why. I don't know. I prefer writing with black pens all the time.
I want to judge
black, you never go back.
I want to judge you for this, but I remember
Good.
one day where I think it was some business form or something. I had a sign and I grabbed a pen, expecting it to be black, and it was blue, and I threw the most childish temper tantrum. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I want my black ink. Now I look like a fucking joke signing it in blue. They're gonna look at it and laugh at me. What is this bullshit? And I did. I threw a stupid fit. It's embarrassing, but
that's hilarious. I love. Did you do it with your like Louisiana voice?
I probably swore a lot more. When I get really angry, every other word is fuck.
Me too. Yeah, no. So, but anyway, that is a weird one. I literally, like, and it doesn't, because some forms are like, make sure you write this in black ink only. And I've never had a problem with, like, writing it in blue or red on accident, but it's not just particular to that I'm mad at not properly labeling things, letting you know, because if I'm journaling, even if my pen touches a thing and red comes out, I'm instantly pissed, and I'm like, oh my god. Also, the red pens, in my experience, don't work as well as black pens. I don't know why. It feels like their ink is drier. Speaking of mislabeling, we're gonna talk about the soda. Okay, so I'm drinking a soda right now, and it's a lemon lime soda. I got it at Walmart, some sort of generic whatever. And I was talking to Paul about this before we started recording. So I'm looking for cheaper alternatives to Sprite, because y'all who drink sodas out there, you understand the pain we go through. Freaking $5 for a 12-pack. I mean, come on. Do we need to walk the streets to get our soda? Anyway, I don't. I have a job, so, you know, I don't have to do that. Okay. And, anyway, I don't know what Paul's doing over there. He's, like, running out
you
of
don't see me with
air.
no soda. I must not have a job. Sodas you call there. That's pop for Midwesterner and Canadians, so.
Pop. Get it? Pop. Soda pop. Anyway, so this is just like regular soda, right? You pick it up, it's like lemon lime, here's your shit, drink it. So I put it in the fridge, and I was like, oh, I'm so excited, because I want a cheaper, I'm a hella cheap person. Well, that's Californian. Did they say hella over there in Michigan? Oh, wait.
Not a lot.
Do you mind if people know where you live?
No, I don't mind.
Okay.
With how rare my last name is, it's incredibly easy to find me. Every Rodenberg in Michigan is related to me.
I was going to say every Michigan in Rodenberg. Oh, okay. You live in Rodenberg now?
We were talking about your drink, not my ability to say words.
I don't remember when we were talking, but you were like trying to say, that's good, and you came out like, okay, but it's like, that's beautiful. Anyway, soda story. So it's chilling in the fridge, and I'm like really excited about it, because I want to save money, and I'm just so excited to save money, especially if it's like, you know, tasty in the process. So I take the soda out, it's all chill, I'm like, oh, this is gonna taste so good. So I just, bam, it open. And I take a sip, I'm like, ugh. I'm like, that tastes really good in the beginning, but it has this aftertaste like a diet soda. And you guys know what I'm talking about. It has like that sweet and low in it or something, like, and I'm thinking, wow, this is really weird, and I don't like it, because I really don't like diet soda. I don't understand diet soda actually at all. I don't know why you're gonna have a soda, so you're gonna have a diet one. Just don't have a soda. Have some iced tea. Anyway, you can interject at any time you want to, because you can see.
No, I'm riveted, because I think I know where this is going, but I don't want to ruin it.
Okay, so it's like, it tastes like diet soda, and this is my second one right now, and I was like, oh, that's so weird. So I looked at it, and it says lemon lime flavored soda with other natural flavors. Bullshit. And it's, no, seriously, that's bullshit. And at the bottom, in little calligraphy letters, yeah, it says 80% less calories than regular lemon and lime soda. And it says it in really small writing, and I look on the back, and I'm like, how many calories does this thing have? And it says this formula for this particular soda I'm drinking is 30 calories per serving. So they're selling a diet soda, but they're not labeling it as a diet soda. And I'm pissed, because I don't want diet soda, and I paid $2 for it. Oh my god.
You should cut that whole part of the podcast out and send it to the company.
I should be like, you guys need to straighten up your act, because I'm a consumer of the United States of America. And I won't stand for this. Will you sing that in the background while I'm talking? Please, singer, cue, sing it.
I can't. And last time I sung that, I was hanging out with my friend Lauren, who's English, and every once in a while I'll break into patriotic American songs just to be an asshole, so.
How's that assholic? You are assholic. Lick.
It is when all I don't, what, ew.
You should have been rule, retend you.
If somebody plays that back, they would hear the time between you said ass lick, and I'm like, huh? Oh!
Yeah, I know, it's gonna be weird. Anyway, have fun editing that, because you're a jerk.
No, everyone's gonna see how slow I am.
No, it's because, like, actually, for people who are listening, we're recording our audio separately, and sometimes Skype blips a little bit, so, like, yeah, we might talk over each other and not even know it! But most of the time, we probably are talking over each other, because I talk over Paul all the time. Anyway, you were talking about singing patriotic songs to your friends. I'm sure they love that.
Yeah, not really, but... Yeah, number 2?
For you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Your Majesty. You're like, yes, for you. And the me-cast, you can do your next one, peasant. Oh, thank you.
Well, you were asking me a question. I already did my second one.
People who, this is a big one, is when
people
someone
with big lips. I have big lips, so...
I didn't even...
Put your back up.
It's people
Vegeta?
No, I love fajitas.
Vegeta, I meant.
Oh, you mean, Dragon Ball Z?
I'm the Dark Prince, you may continue.
Thanks. Is when someone says a word isn't a word. Like when you use the word bestest or something and someone's like, that's not a word. It pisses me off.
Oh.
It's rude and... Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, keep going. I want to hear about this. Because you're talking about, you hate it when people are like, okay, so on YouTube, you have the grammar Nazis who are like, oh, you're stupid because you misspelled something in a way that's like, okay, keyboard is fucked. But you're talking about, like, when you're out on the streets, and people are like, oh, this is the bestest bus stop ever, and then someone's like, bestest isn't a word. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, it pisses me off, because it's like, because people are always pompous and rude when they do that, and it's like, who the fuck are you, the word police? And
seriously,
if you...
woo, 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 woo. You're under arrest. You're under arrest for the misuse of words. Don't believe me? Ah! There you go.
You can't see it, but the next line I wrote is, you're gonna arrest me, put me in word jail. You just were like, I already got your jokes up.
Oh, you wrote your jokes on your thing?
No, I just wrote one. I wrote one because I thought, oh, that would be a funny thing to say after, and you were like, I got it.
I got it, baby. No, you know, when I'm the joke thief. Hide your fathers.
Jokes?
Hide your jokes. I'll steal them. You're okay. Keep going. What were you gonna say?
I was going to smile, but people can't hear a smile, and it's creepy if I'm like, smile.
Well, like, listen to me smile.
No, that sounded
Did
like
you
something
hear it?
else. Yes.
Yeah, it did sound like something else, and I'll let you know we were both smiling. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, girlfriend. Okay, so yeah, I hate that too, because I know someone was like, oh, this is the funner place, and someone's like, funner than word, and I was like, fuck you, whore, get out of here.
Well,
And then she's like, whore's not a word. It's good.
It pisses me off. You know what I found in life is that the people who hate getting called whore most are people who are whores.
Well,
I find
you
that
know,
out usually.
businessmen don't want to be called businessmen. Well, I mean, sometimes. A drug dealer doesn't want to be called a drug dealer.
Well, that's because of other reasons, implications.
Well, maybe the whores are the same way. Where I come from, it's legal to have yourself a whore, but only in one county. So, ha! If you guys want to move here and and make some money, you guys want to have some fun together and make some money, I just say, okay, Let's Plays aren't doing so well.
This podcast is not going to be you turning people out for money. It is never turning into that. You know, if you like a job, you don't mind being a whore, write to Gamerpixie at... She'll find you a nice job. You're going to lay in bed most days. You're not going to even have to work that hard.
Hey, NASA had a thing where they wanted you to lie in bed for like 70 days.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they didn't have strangers fuck you during that.
That might happen. They put it down on their disclaimer. They're like, one of our scientists is really horny all of the time. We cannot confirm that he won't be on. We can't confirm that he will be in the building. Can you imagine if NASA was that loose? They're like, no one clocks in. They just fucking walk in. Anyway, walk-in's welcome.
It's amazing how often the word whore and loose end up in the same sentence.
Loose whore, whore loose. There's a whore loose. Ah! She's a loose whore. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. That was dumb. I can't wait to watch this and then just want to kill myself.
Oh, that's the highlight of the. Should that go in our opening from now on? And people are like, "Oh, now I'm
I can't
properly
wait till
depressed."
I watch this. I want to kill myself. Self. Just like echoes, and then we go, "Hey, folks, welcome to Let's Touch Yourselves." One of our hosts is dead.
The podcast is Let's Play with Ourselves.
I think touching and playing are both very important things.
Okay.
So I think they can. You could say, "Let's touch Mario." Okay? And it's the same as Let's Play Mario.
It's a Mia! Oh! That's a horrible Mario.
Oh, Mario, stop touching me. I'm your brother Luigi. just so you know. Just so you know who that was. Anyway, so that your pet peeve about using miswords, not real words, coining words, and being bitches about it. Okay, so do you think you could set up... oh, shoot.
I'm not setting up people to be prostitutes for you if that's what you're asking.
Ah, darn it. That's exactly what I was asking. Shit, I didn't think of a plan if you said no.
My biggest fear if I was like in that line of work is that nobody would...
I never asked. Go ahead, talk. I was like, I never asked what your biggest fear was. Shut up. I was going to ask you if you could put down another pet peeve because I put down 4 and I wanted it to be even.
I was going to say my biggest pet peeve if I was in the prostitution business like that is that nobody would pick me.
Oh,
it's the saddest whore.
Oh. Sad whore. Dun 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 dun. Sad whore. Dun 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 dun. Starring Paul. No one wants to fuck me. And I walk in and I have money all up in my brassiere. Oh, Paul, you just gotta embrace yourself.
Was this a Lifetime movie of learning how to love yourself and become a better prostitute?
Remember how we were gonna sell a movie to Sun Chips? Well, I think I just found another movie to sell to them.
The Ugliest Whore?
No, The Saddest Whore.
Oh, yeah, that's a better name. That's a better
Ugliest
name.
Whore.
No one wants to go see The Ugliest Whore.
Well, I mean, like, I'd see it, but, I mean, I'd be the only one. I watched other movies that people should not see. Okay, so, my next pet peeve is no towels in the bathroom after I get out of the shower, which is completely my fault, but it's such a very bad feeling. I'm gonna set the mood. You're in the shower. You're like, oh, man, I'm getting all clean. I feel great. Yes, you bob around like some sort of toddler. Yes, Paul. That's exactly Paul right now is simulating child in shower, and he's kind of like a bobblehead, and that's exactly what I'm like. And I'm soaping myself. I'm like scrub, scrub, scrub. It's so comfy. And then I go, I'm all done. And then that really really satisfying sound is you turn off the water, and it's like into the water just going down the drain. You're like, oh man, I don't have to do this anymore. It's great. Had a great shower. And then you put one foot outside. There's carpet in my bathroom for some reason. So I put my foot on carpet, which is kind of nice because it's not slippery or cold.
Do you have a shower in your dining room? Your living room?
No. My dining room has wood in it.
Oh.
I have my own bathroom. It's so cool. I still have to give you that tour. Anyway, I'm going to make a virtual tour for Paul of my house, and he's going to save it and write plans around it, how to break in and steal my stuff. You're going to steal me away. Anyway, or steal my towels. So I get out of the shower, and I look, and I'm like, I'm going to dry myself off, and my hair is really thick and long. It sounds wrong. Anyway, so it's thick and long, and it's just dripping everywhere, and then I realize I have no towel, and I'm like, oh my god. This really sucks. So I just stand there and I drip everywhere and I'm very cold. And it's a big pet peeve.
I just imagine you standing there like wet and dripping and like a sad face, just like, oh.
I do kind of do that, and then I'm like, oh, okay. A couple times I've been like, I'm just getting back in the shower, I guess. So I get back in the shower and I
until
turn it on.
towels show up.
Yeah, well, because I used to, like, run through a house naked, like, wahee, I'm gonna get some towels. But now, like, where the towels are, it's just, I'm naked and I cannot avoid the guards, basically. And they're just there. There's people there. I don't want to, like, walk out and be like, hi, Dad. Just be butt-ass naked and be like, I need some towels. But my family's pretty good in that if you crack the door and go, I need towels, we have a lot of empathy for that, so we'll go get you a towel.
It's good that you have towel empathy.
Yeah, we do have a lot of towel empathy because all of us, at least once, everyone in their entire life has at least been in the shower and got out and there was no towels, and it feels really bad, especially in the winter time. So, pet peeve, but that was more of a sad peeve, I think.
It's not so bad, I guess. Well, wait, no, that's not right. I'm judging you. I'm judging your
I was gonna
peeve.
say, I was like, well, okay, well.
You know what the worst thing is?
Say.
The worst thing is then, because my number 3 is something like when someone says things are going to be okay or things are going to be fine. I hate when people say that.
I do that all the time too.
Well, I just hate. Well, do you?
Well, I think what you mean is like your house just caught on fire and your house just like the embers just went out on your house and someone like puts their hand on your shoulder and is like, it's gonna be okay. I always relate to if something just happened, I'm not like, oh, Paul, you know, you just got in a car accident, everything's gonna be okay. I'm like, I'm gonna let you be upset for a couple of weeks and then I'll tell you everything's gonna be okay.
Well, exactly. It's like, too, if somebody's been in a long-term relationship and then they break up and then you're like, oh, my boyfriend was cheating on me and left me, and they're like, oh, it's gonna be fine. That's not the time to tell someone that.
No, you gotta let them grieve first.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's like if somebody's grandma dies. Same thing. Sometimes I talk too much and then I'm like, oh.
Well, I felt bad because, like, when, you know, I'm not going to mention stuff, but I remember, like, yeah, and then I kept making grandma dying jokes, and I kept thinking it was too soon. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Anyway, so that's nice.
What's your number 4?
My number 4 is laundry, and this is a little more of an in-depth one, because this is my family's dynamic here. So I'll realize I have to do laundry, and I'll be like, okay, so I get my whole thing of laundry, I go over to the washer, and I'm like, let's get this stuff started. So I'm all up on this. I got my soap and my detergent is the soap, and the fabric softeners, I guess. And I'm like, okay, and then I pick up the top, like I open the washer, and someone's got like a whole bunch of already washed, still wet laundry in there. And it's just sitting there, and it really pisses me off. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll just transfer this laundry into the dryer, because maybe the person who put this in here just didn't know that it was done. So, you know, whatever, I'll just do the work for them. And then I open the dryer, and there's clothes in the dryer. That makes me so mad. There's clothes in the dryer, and there's clothes in the washer, and it's not even like... It's like, okay, my bro's clothes is in the washer, my dad's clothes are in the dryer, and I still have like this big thing of dirty clothes. And I'm like, what? And the clothes are dry, so I'm like, okay, let me get a hamper, put his clothes, his clean clothes in there, and I'll run it to his bedroom, and then I'll dry off the other clothes. I'll put the other clothes into the dryer, and then I'll put my clothes into the washer. And it's just a lot of work for me to get my own laundry done.
Oh, that's where I want to put my arm around you and be like, everything's gonna be fine.
Well, I mean, it will, because that's just an A-B. It's like you go do something simple, and then you end up having to do, like, a couple more things to get... It's like if you had to... Oh, like around here, I don't know how it is where you live, but around here, you can't use cash. Most of the time, you can't use cash when filling up the car, like with petrol and stuff. Or gas. Sorry, I don't know why I said petrol. That's an English thing.
Did you drive all the way to England to refuel your car?
Yeah, I do. I say hi to Poseidon. I'm like, hey, pussy. Posey. Sorry, hi, Posey.
You're like, you're pronouncing it wrong, young lady. No, I don't think I am. Please enlighten me. And he's like, oh my god, my daughter's selfish. That's why she's selfish. Because I was gonna imply that Poseidon. This joke doesn't work because that was King Triton. Okay. Anyway, y'all know where I was going with this. People with
were
Ariel?
Yeah, I was going to be like, I was talking to him because he's the little fucking squiggly little crazy thing that grabbed her hand in the movie. No one's going to remember this. Help me out here. Okay. Anyway, enough of that. But yeah, I called it Petro. That's funny. I haven't whatever. But yeah, so you can't use cash most of the time at the machine. You have to like go inside and give them cash and tell them what pump and stuff. But it's just like you're going to the gas station, you're like, I'm just gonna fill the car up with gas. Easy. That's one step. But when you get out, you're like, holy crap, I gotta do like 3 different steps now. That's what makes me so mad about the laundry, is it's like, I'm gonna do my laundry, simple, easy, peasy, and then I go there, and it's like, oh, well, I guess I'll do my dad's laundry, and then my brother's laundry. I guess I'll fold it, I'm here. And then I get, but I'm kind of a complaining person, because I'm lucky to not pay for it, so that's nice. But still, that's a pet peeve.
It's incredibly nice of you to do other people's laundry.
I'm not happy about it. Sometimes I get discouraged, and if I find that they're both filled with laundry, the dryer and the washer, I'll just leave my dirty laundry on top of the dryer. I'm like, no, not today. So it gets closer, and then I guess my mom ends up doing it, because my mom's nice, and she's cool. So yeah, that was my last pet peeve on this list. What about you? Did you make up another one? Or was the hooker one?
No, it's not the hooker one. It's not that no one will pay me for sex. There have been people who want to, and that's weird. But
that's cool. That just says that your fear is not real. It's irrational.
But I think another of my pet peeves is when someone comments on an old Let's Play and they try and tell me how to play the game, or they tell me what to do, and they're rude about it. And it's a game, it's like an LP I did 2 years ago, and it's like, dude, let me get my fucking time machine and go back and listen to you now.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. I actually haven't gotten that, but I've seen people who have, and I'm just kind of like, well, what are they gonna fucking do? It's like, Let's Play posted in 2011, someone posted, like, a comment in 2014 is like, oh, you know what a better strategy is? And it's like, oh, well, thanks. Oodles of importance. And it's like King Quest or something, so it's like, yeah, I'm totally gonna get this to run on my computer again. Whatever.
I get all the time, too, because I do strategy games. There's people who pay a lot of attention and want to, min-max or micromanage. And mostly when I play, I'm like, I'm blowing shit up.
I don't care.
When somebody's like, you can do this, this, and this, I'm like, I don't care. Like you said, no, we don't.
Pretty much. That's me, too. I mean, see, I don't play a lot of... I guess I play strategy games, but not like the kind that you play. Like, Fallout would be more strategic than what I play now. Everything I play is linear, so, I
like open worlds, though. I like to wander and...
You do. You like what I do not. I do not like open worlds because I get really, really anxious that I haven't taken advantage of all my possibilities.
I love open worlds, though, because, like, when I talk, my brain just goes everywhere, and it's like an open world. I'm like, oh, what's over there? What's over there? Oh, is that another rock I haven't seen?
You're like, invisible wall. Can I jump over it?
Oh, and then I get mad at invisible walls.
Me too. I mean, when I was playing Skyrim, I was like, I'm going to just climb on this mountain, and then I hit a wall, and I fell. And I was like, well... I guess Bethesda can't do everything. I guess that is Bethesda, right?
It's just like real life. You climb a mountain and then you hit an invisible wall.
It is. I live around a lot of mountains. I know this to be true. Mm-hmm. That's why I don't go up on mountains. Because you freaking die. You just run into a wall and like, oh shit. Well, you think there's a wall there, and then a bear comes up on you, and it's horrible.
Is he like, don't start forest fires? Is that what he's like?
Not usually. Usually he's just there going, "Bah!" And I'm like, wow, that's a real bear. And then I leave. And then he doesn't eat me. That's what happens in my fantasies. I don't want to be eaten by a bear. I'm very scared of bears. Bears
are my favorite animals.
Well, thank you.
Don't laugh at that. Shut up.
Okay.
First episode, I'm like, I like bears, everybody. I like bears.
I like dolphins.
Why dolphins?
Dolphins are cool. They taste great. Ha.
I was gonna go there and you beat me to it. You eat me to it.
Yeah, pirates. You're doing a pirate voice. Do it.
So you've been doing Let's Plays longer than I have been.
Great segue. Sega play. Yes. Yeah, I have. And just because I do them more, don't think that's anything like, oh, look, she's a pro. No. Fuck no. I'm not a pro at this. So where were you going with that anyway?
You were the one who was like, nice segue boy. I see what you're doing there.
Oh, I gotta get used to this now.
No, I was gonna be like, so, what's the first game you ever, not Let's Play, but, like, just ever do you remember playing that was memorable, that stuck with you?
Oh, my God. Ooh.
Do you need a moment to think?
I think do you want to go by genre? Or genre?
Whatever you want to do.
I think I'll go by genre because I played a lot of damn games in my life, and a lot of first games I played. So I was like, oh, the first game I remember playing, and I don't think anyone's gonna know what this is, but it was for the computer. It was a DOS game. It was not Command and Conquer. We were talking about that earlier, yeah. But I did play that when I was a kid. It's called Earthsiege 2, I think. I played Earthsiege 2 for the computer on DOS. I'm gonna look that up right now because I want to make sure that's the right name. But yeah, Earthsiege 2. It was super fun. I remember it being like, I think it was a first person, like you were in a spaceship and you had to like destroy it and stuff. I'm looking it up right now. I might send you a photo so this makes more sense. And I know it was for DOS and it was really old. Yeah, I think I did play Earthsiege 2. Wow, blast from the past, you guys. Yeah, so if anyone knows what Earthsiege is, which I'm sure someone out there does, that's what I've played. So go ahead. What are you going to say?
No, I'll have to look it up because I had never heard of that before. At first I was gonna be like, oh, DOS game. I'd be like Prince of Persia or Wolfenstein.
No, I never played that. Yeah, I did watch my brothers play Wolfenstein though. I just think the first game I actually played, because the first game I've actually seen, that's really difficult because it might be Castle Wolfenstein or King's Quest. That might be the first game I remember ever seeing in my entire life. So, yeah. So definitely, it's a DOS game. That was the first one I ever saw. But I think Earthsiege is the first game I ever played. And it was a lot of fun, and I was really good at it, which is weird, because I was like some drooling-ass stupid kid. No, I was dumb. Like, oh my god, like...
I think you're being overly hard on yourself, aren't you? I mean, I didn't know you then, but...
Well, I was like 3... And I mean, like, 3-year-old playing, like, the DOS first-person, like, shooting game. I mean, like, you wouldn't expect me to be too bad at it, but I was pretty bad. I remember it had a cool soundtrack, and it was, like, one of those games where the disc, you can put it in a CD player, and it would play the music. Yeah, Age of Empires was like that, too, so I thought that was really cool. Yeah, and I played a lot of Age of Empires when I was a kid as well, so... What about you? What was the first game you ever laid your paws on?
I think it was Space Invaders. As a child of the 80s, there were still a lot of arcades around, and my best friend Chris, when we were little kids, his dad worked at an arcade. And so we'd go there sometimes, and eventually, for some reason, when they got rid of the Space Invaders, it was literally the arcade box thing.
Oh, wow.
So his dad got it and brought it home, and so sometimes we'd go over there and literally were playing in his house on an arcade machine.
That's really cool. Space Invaders, wasn't that, that was on Atari, wasn't it?
Yep.
At some point? Yeah, okay, because I was thinking of the Atari version. What's your first... This is actually a good one. So Space Invaders was technically your first arcade game, right?
Yep.
Okay. What was your first, like, on-console game that you ever played?
Oh, man.
And I have to answer this, too, because I said computer, and that's technically not a console. I mean, it is, but come on, don't start a war in the comments.
The first computer one I remember playing... At home, at least, was we had this shitty ass Tandy computer, and we got this Wheel of Fortune / Jeopardy game. So it's the excitement.
That sounds fun.
I hate Wheel of Fortune because I'm bad at word ones. You can give me all the letters but one, and I'll be like, I don't know.
It would be like Mad Max, and you're like, E. Like, give me an E. Good.
For console ones, though, it would have to be an Atari game. There was one. No, I actually had a grandpa who had that. No, I think the first one I can think of probably is, I forget the name of it, and you have two cowboys, and you're just basically trying to shoot each other, and there's little stuff in between you, and I'm sure someone will remember the name, but it's basically you're two little shitty cowboys trying to shoot each other.
Shitty cowboys.
The Atari game I remember playing the most, though, was Pitfall, because I would spend hours and hours and hours playing Pitfall, and late last year, I watched what do they call it when they do the after cap? When they talk about a game way after, it's like a morgue.
Martyr. I don't know.
Well, it basically the game developer was breaking down of what it was like when he created the game, and he said basically when you beat the game stops. And as a kid, I didn't know that, because I never realized I'd beaten Pitfall. But as a kid, I thought you'd play for a while and the game would break. And I was like,
oh, really?
So finally, like, after, like, 20-some, 30-some years, I was like, I beat that game and I never even knew it.
That's pretty cool. I mean, like, as a child, you were beating that game and stuff, but you didn't know it, so it didn't, like, raise your confidence or anything. You were just like, this damn thing's breaking.
That's why I have no confidence. What was your first console game?
Oh, boy.
I don't know that game.
Oh boy, it's a fun game. My neighbor and I used to play it. He told me not to tell anyone about it.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, it was cool. Anyway, I played, I think it was Super Mario All-Stars for the SNES, and that was like, I think it's called, the cartridge is called Super Mario All-Stars, and what it is it's Super Mario 1, 2, and 3, and Super Mario World, and then Super Mario World 2, and then 3. And then the one where you have Yoshi, which I cannot remember what that one is called at all, but it's like Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island or something. I think I'm getting that wrong because I think like there's 2 games, but I could be wrong. Anyway, it just had all the Mario games that were for the Nintendo Entertainment System, but they put them on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, so the music was now in 16-bit, I think. Super Nintendo Entertainment System is 16-bit, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so everything was in 16-bit, and it looked better, and it sounded a lot better, and I love that thing to pieces. I love that cartridge. I love that system. The music is nice. The colors are beautiful. I lost the cartridge with Super Mario All-Stars on it, so now I have to buy a new one. I feel horrible about that because I love Super Mario 3. I remember being a kid and just being so bad at all of them. Like, so bad at all of them.
3, though. Super Mario 3 is one of the best all-time games, though. I love that.
It
Even
really
now you
is.
can play it and still have fun.
Yeah. No, that's why I'm, like, actually upset. We also had, because I think... we had like Kirby All-Stars, which I think was kind of the same idea, and that had like a whole bunch of games but with Kirby. Those are pretty fun multiplayer games. I think Kirby is better for multiplayer than Mario, but Super Mario 3 still takes the cake. And then I was the first person in my family to beat Super Mario World, and I thought that was cool because we owned it for like 20 years.
So you beat like your older brothers?
Well, yeah, but like it's not as cool as it sounds because like they were not living in the house anymore, and they're, like, going to college, and I was, like, not going to college, and I was living at home, and I was like, look, I beat it! Take that! They're like, cool. But then they did try and play it, but they couldn't beat it, because it was too hard. So, I felt kind of cool. I died a lot. But it was fun. Good memories. Fun game. So, that's my first... console one, and then, so it's like Earth Siege and Super Mario. I'm so cultured when it comes to video games.
That's more exciting than be like, Wheel of Fortune was the first computer one I remember.
Aww. Well, like, I played a lot of games, I think, that were like, they were not kid-oriented, because Earth Siege is, like, not a kid game, but, when I was younger, I ended up playing a lot of educational games, so I think all the other games get kind of, like, meshed up in my memory.
We used to have that in we had one class where we had these ancient computers in school, and they had this game on it where basically it was to help you find letters on the keyboard, and like you press a letter and it blows the letter up, like there's a spaceship shooting them. If you
That's
shoot
really
fast
cool.
enough.
That's really cool.
I had a high score on that though because I just spent lots of time with those bored on it.
Dude, I love typing games. Mavis Beacons, like Beacons or whatever typing. That's amazing. There's one where you're driving a car and like you have to type fast so you beat these people, and then if you put any wrong numbers in or symbols in, then like shit gets on your windshield, and then if you do it too much you can't see, and then you lose.
Would you let's play a typing game?
I would. I have a SpongeBob typing game around here somewhere. It's really fun. I don't think I've ever seen anyone LP a typing game. There's probably someone out there who has, but well, that's like an actual like learning to type. There's Typing in the Dead, which someone did a let's play of, so that's kind of like it. Speaking of things of the dead, first I wanted to say this because you said your first your first arcade game was Space Invaders?
Yep.
Yeah. My first arcade game, because you made me think of it, my first arcade game ever, and it's hilarious because this like spawned my love for rail shooters, was Area 51. And it scared the crap out of me as a kid. If you guys are listening, you know what Area 51 is. As a little child, I was too small to see the screen. We'd go to round tables, and they'd have they had Area 51 and House of the Dead, and they also had Time Crisis, which is a really good game. I had to go to the counter. They couldn't even see me over the counter. They had to lean over the counter, and I had to be like, "Can I have a chair, please?" And they're like, "Okay." So they'd put a chair there, and then I'd stand up on the chair and grab the gun and play Area 51. And Area 51 scared the crap out of me because when I was a kid, I was always watching alien movies or something. I really liked E.T. I watched a lot of Star Trek when I was a kid, a lot of Doctor Who, and most of the alien stuff. I also watched Independence Day, and I remember I had seen Independence Day, and I was like, that's scary, because the aliens were evil in that. And we went to round tables afterward. It was like family night, so we watched a movie and then ate pizza afterwards. Kind of weird. You'd think you'd get the pizza and then watch the movie, but whatever. So we went there, and then I remember seeing, this wasn't the same day, it was like a couple weeks ago, but I remember seeing the Area 51 arcade game being like, oh, there's guns on there, you know, kids aren't supposed to hold guns, I want to play this game. And then I realized it was like, what you're doing in Area 51 is basically fighting against aliens, and the aliens have turned some of the humans into, like, aliens or ghouls or whatever. And it was really scary. It was super scary, and it was super fun. Sorry, I relived a moment just there.
No, it's all good. That's cool. That's what the podcast is about.
About reliving bad moments. Paul, I don't want to go back! Well, you know.
If you could see me, everyone, you'd see me shaking my head. Just,
Like, I'm reliving a lot of stuff right now, too.
This is when we bring a therapist in for us.
Dude, that would actually be kind of cool. Guest star Becky, the psychological therapist. I just fucked that up so big. Your turn. You try and say it.
The psychological therapist?
Good job.
I win at talking for once. That doesn't normally happen.
No, it doesn't actually. Oh, I dropped my pen. My muscles don't work anymore.
Most of my Let's Plays are me fucking up words and then making jokes about it, so...
Me too. I say thing all the time. I just reviewed one of my Super Mario Galaxy episodes, and I'm like, I'm gonna hit the thing so the thing will go up. And I'm like, oh, well, that's very descriptive, you know? I'm working on using bigger words, though, and actually it's going quite well, because in the midst of all the this thing and that thing, I'll say possibility and idiosyncrasy. I like to say idiosyncrasy, even though that's not how you say it, so... You know. I
found in my Mountain Blade episodes I've been recording is that I use the word "alright" all the time. Like if you watch one of those,
alright.
Like between every clip, it's always like, "All right, I'm gonna do this. All right, I'm gonna go here. All right, I'm gonna go there." It's like I'm like, "Oh, this "alright" word, I can use it for everything." But when I listen back, I'm like, "Oh, I use that way too much." No.
I know. Is it funny how you cringe? You just feel your shoulders kind of like tense, and you're like, "Oh man," because I go, "Alrighty then," or "So anyways." I always do that. It's so anyways. It's like so anyways, and I'll describe something. My biggest sin in commentary is telling a story and then forgetting exactly where I was going, but not just saying that I forgot where I'm going, so I reiterate the same thing, and like whatever's happening on screen, I'm like, okay, so I'll be jumping as the character and I'm trying to avoid an obstacle, and I'll be like, so I was thinking about this, I was looking at the lights, oh my god, I almost fell, but anyway, I was thinking about this and looking at the lights. And I'll keep saying it. It's the worst thing ever. And I'm like, oh, God.
It's sometimes hard depending on what the game is, because the games will throw things in your way, and you're like, I'm trying to tell a story here, game.
Pretty much, yeah. No, that happened tonight with playing Mario, because I was doing some sort of, like, there's this moving platform that you had to, like, jump on, and there's holes in the platform, and I was just bullshitting my commentary. I was like, yeah, lilacs are red, they're blue, and I was just like, and I just came out, I was like, I can't talk and do this at the same time, it's too hard. It was pretty difficult, but I did beat it.
Sorry, that's my problem when I do, baseball LPs.
I did beat it. Sorry. Sorry.
I was because I interrupted.
You were talking over me. Oh, you're fine. I wanted to point that out.
When I do baseball LPs, because when you're trying to bat and you're trying to focus, it's like when I'm playing by myself, let's play with ourselves. I'm okay, but when I am doing commentary, when I'm doing a Twitch stream, then I'm way worse. My batting average goes way down because I'm trying to be like blur blah blur off, trying to hit that curveball. See, when I did my Let's Play when I did my attempted Let's Play, I was literally so I really like baseball and and I think it's pretty cool that I would pause and then I would hit the ball or I wouldn't hit it depending on if it was in the strike zone or not. And I was my batting average was really good during the Let's Play, but I would be so this guy looks like a total idiot. Just pause and it would sound really unnatural, but it was pretty. It was funny. That makes me feel better though, because I've been doing more Detroit Tiger ones, so I want to finish that off before the new season of Tug Dick hopefully starts off. And I do that too. When the guy's about to pitch to me, I get quiet because I gotta focus. Otherwise, I do. No, it's weird, especially if you're on the triple A team or whatever, because that is triple A, right? The really hard ones. Well, the major leagues is worse. You haven't got to those yet. No, I haven't. Well, I stopped playing for a while. I gotta get back onto it because it's so fun. But yeah, which I'm MLB The Show, by the way, if you didn't know. Probably did, but just in case you little kitties out there. Well, you can call them shitties or something like kitties! That. Oh. No, I was just laughing because I was I didn't know if I was insulting the intelligence of the people listening to MLB The Show. We're talking about baseball. How many baseball games are there out there? A lot. Actually, I think Sony has the only one because I don't think there are any on the Xbox. I don't know. I don't know. Well, not any MLB kind of simulation type ones. No. So. They got the market cornered on that. So, do you say we end this here since we're only supposed to record for half an hour? I did want to do one thing before we head off, though, if you don't mind. I don't mind. Oh. I'm glad you're so understanding. Thank you. Okay. When this goes up, my YouTube channel, my Let's Play channel, will hit 1 million views. I mean, not because of this video. I was going to say, very presumptuous of you. Very assuming. No, it probably has already done already. So everybody who's listening to this, if you happen to have watched any of my videos on purpose or accident, thank you for contributing to that. I appreciate it. And thank you for listening to the inaugural podcast of Let's Play With Ourselves with me, SuperPaulGames, and Gamerpixie. I had a good time. Yeah, me too. And thank you once again. I was afraid you weren't going to say me too. You were just yeah. Yeah, I had fun too. We'll see you next time on Let's Play With Ourselves. Cut out. We're done.